And as everyone who's been there long know Philippians, Galatians, and Corinthians are my favorite books in the Bible. Apostle Paul is just somebody that I don't know. I feel it. I feel I feel his spirit. But anyway, Philippians 2:12 through 13 says, "Dear friends, you always followed my instructions when I was with you, and now that I am away, it is even more important. Work hard to show the results of your salvation, obeying God with deep reverence and fear, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him." And that was Philippians 2:12 through 13. And I'm going to read Philippians 2:14 through 15, which says, no, hold on, that isn't what I want to read. Okay, Philippians 2:4 through 5 says, "Don't look out for only your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had." And today, I am just grateful for life. I'm grateful for health and strength and my family and my friends and my children and just just everything. I feel super grateful today. Yesterday, um, it wasn't really a good. It was a good day because I God allowed me to see the good day, right? But yesterday morning after I had spoke, and you guys know that I a lot transparent with like my life and just stuff, and um, I just had this overwhelming feeling, you know, and I sort of broke down emotionally, and I don't know why. I'm human. I don't know why, you know, but in the midst of that, it sent me into a state of prayer to the point where I stopped what I was doing and I went to the beach and you know there was even people on the beach, and normally when I go on the beach to pray I like to find like a quiet spot where I'm normally there praying before anyone is ever even on the beach, but this time it was after 9 o'clock in the day, so obviously people was there, tourists actually, and I didn't even care. I just got on my knees and I just prayed because I just had this heavy, heavy, heavy spirit, you know? And I don't know, man, y'all. I was just in this rut, and all yesterday. And my wife even told me, she was like, "I haven't seen you like this in years." And I was like, I can't really explain it. I feel like I know it can be better, but I just, something heavy on me. So anyway, long story short, um, a few things happened yesterday. One of um one of my clients who ended up becoming some really close friends of mine, um, there was a murder right in the front of their business establishment, and the person who got murdered was actually another friend of mine's nephew. So it was like these weird coincidences was happening yesterday, and I had to like pray it off, you know. And I the reason why I say that is right is because in this particular verse that I read, um, it says, "Work hard to show the results of your salvation, obeying God with deep reverence and fear, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases Him." And I thought about this when I read it last night and I bookmarked it because, even though I had this overwhelming feeling inside me, right? I know that whatever it is had to been some sort of battle where but God ended up taking control of it, if this makes sense. Because, you know, like that feeling of fear and anxiety, that's not of God, you know? Like the feelings that I felt, I know that it wasn't something that God would have placed in my heart, because I normally walk around happy and grateful, and even in the midst of me feeling like that yesterday, one of the things that I kept focus on was that I tried to remain grateful. I keep saying, God, thanks, thank you for everything, and just thank you for just giving me the opportunity to be here. I'm grateful. I don't have a lot of the things that I feel that I need to succeed to a certain level now, but I thank you for what I have, and what you've given me so far, and I realized in doing that, and as my day progressed, right, that the more that I was grateful, and the more that I sort of accepted the fact that there's something going on with God in me right now, like the day just began to start turning around, you know? The day just started to turn around. And I realized, I mean, I mean, not to use the phrase I realized, but it's something that I know. I realized that you can't, like, you can't surprise God, you know? Like, you can't surprise him. Whatever was going on with me, he knew that it was going to happen. Whatever was happening, like, whatever the outcome of it will be, he knew that it's going to happen. And in that, I had to just remind myself and be grateful during the process that, hey, whatever this is, what's going on, whatever feeling this is, what's going on with you, this is something that you just need to be grateful for, because it's part of a process as well. And the second verse what I read is what I said just now. What Apostle Paul said is, you must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. And Jesus always preached two things, which is love God and love each other. And in the midst of me feeling down as well too, I don't know if you guys remember the old bands that everyone used to wear. When I was a teenager, they were really popular, like these sort of braided bands that used to have WWJD, what would Jesus do? And it was a it was a pretty cool thing where just me remembering that WWJD and what would Jesus do, and in that, I just had to sort of remind myself that, hey, pick up your spirits, God have a plan, what would Jesus do here? And just what I did was, honestly, y'all, I just gave my problems to God, you know. Sorry. Okay, come. Sorry, guys, that's my kid. But anyway, I'm carrying